Okay, so putting together your treatment team. You might be new to recovery, you might want more support in your recovery and don't know where to start. So this video is for you to get started, to know a little bit of the basics of how to put your treatment team together. If you're just understanding that there might be something going on, that you have a problem, or maybe you are someone who has been diagnosed and you are trying to do this on your own, and you want help but you don't know how to get it. This video is for you. This video is intended to shed a little bit of light and give you some tools and resources to put your treatment team together so you can get the help that you deserve. I'm going to be talking about outpatient care. If you need a higher level of care, then an outpatient team can also assess and help you get to that level. So today we're just going to be talking about an outpatient treatment team. Eating disorders are very complex, and they also require a specialized group of people. So when you are looking for your treatment team, you want to make sure that your treatment team specializes in eating disorders. We'll get into that in a second. I'm just going to start by first telling you a little bit about who would be part of your treatment team. Okay, who is necessary to have on your treatment team? 3 people that we require all individuals to have would be a therapist, a dietitian, which would be us, registered dietitian, nutritionist, and a doctor, a PCP, primary care physician. Okay, so those 3. In addition to that, your team and you may also want a psychiatrist on board, a family therapist on board, possibly even a dentist on board, and support groups. Now that's a lot, okay? However, once you find one of those people on the treatment team, they can help you find those other parts of your treatment team. So say you start working with a dietitian, and that is your first person you're putting together on your team. Then when you start working with that dietitian, the dietitian can help you and will help you put that team together. They should know the eating disorder community and know the eating disorder therapist, the therapists who specialize, know the doctors who are aware of eating disorders and know how to treat eating disorders and would be kind and compassionate with that. And they would know the psychiatrists in the area, support groups in the area, etc. So they can help you setting up the rest of your treatment team and finding the best fit for you. Now, when you're looking for a treatment team, it's important to have these questions on your radar, and it's also important to remember that you are looking for someone who specializes, so you want to ask questions centered around that. Now, speaking from the dietitian point of view, dietitians are very general. Dietitians work with many different things. So you want to find a dietitian who has the specialization, the education, and the experience with eating disorders when looking for a registered dietitian. I would highly encourage you to advocate for what you need and ask those questions. And here are some of the questions that I would ask. These questions are located on our page, and I'll link it below, but in the FAQ section. And the question is, what questions should I ask while searching for my outpatient provider? And here are a few. How much experience have you had working with eating disorders? What percentage of your practice is devoted to helping people with eating disorders? Do you take insurance? If so, what plans? How are family members included in the treatment process? Again, if you can feel this out, you're looking for the best fit, and you're looking for indicators of specialization. How are individual treatment goals and objectives determined? How do you define recovery and incorporate the philosophy into your treatment approach? I would ask what else you treat. Do you work with a treatment team? What medical information will you need? How often will we be meeting? Do you have availability to increase appointments if necessary? So those are a few of those questions. And again, as you can see, it's very specific to specializing in eating disorders. Now to go into the role of all of these different providers, and why is it necessary to have all of these people as part of your team? That's a lot of people. Being a dietitian, I'll explain it from the dietetic role and the nutrition piece and why it's necessary to have all of these different pieces. As the dietitian, we work on your relationship with food and your relationship with body. We help you to get to a place of full freedom with food, to build a trust around your body. We are assessing medical risks and where your body is at medically, and to make sure you are safe. We're helping you walk step by step through food and body, step by step according to your own individual needs. And we want to help you get to that full freedom, intuitive eating, trusting relationship. So that is what we do in a very small nutshell here. As a dietitian, I believe it is absolutely essential to have a therapist who specializes in eating disorders as well. Like I said when we started this video, eating disorders are extremely complex. It is nowhere near just about the food and nowhere near just about body image. Eating disorders are so multifaceted and layered. Underneath that surface of the iceberg, where the tip is food and the behaviors and how those are showing up, there's so much underneath that tip that needs to be explored with a therapist who specializes. In addition to that, a doctor is necessary. Eating disorders are scary, and recovering from an eating disorder also can present problems when we are restoring weight and when we are refeeding. So a doctor who understands eating disorders and who can help keep you safe is necessary. I also just want to touch base on that I know this is a privilege to have a full treatment team, to be able to hold health insurance and be able to find a provider and use your health insurance. That's a privilege. To be able to pay out of pocket for these providers, that's a privilege. And I know that's not possible for everyone. If you do have insurance, I would encourage you to look for specialized health at every size providers through your insurance. So I hope that was helpful. If you want to learn more about the dietitian role, learn more about putting your treatment team together, all of that, you can go ahead and look on my website. I have many different things in the resources section, and it will be linked below. I'll link the FAQ questions, the frequently asked questions that people ask about starting treatment. I also have other resources on how to get started that are linked on the page, so I think that might be helpful. I hope it may inspire one of you to go get the help that you deserve. That help is out there. I know it's super tricky understanding how to even start getting that set up. So hopefully this sheds a little bit of light today. So best of luck moving forward. I hope this was helpful. You deserve that treatment that is out there for you. There are those specialized providers who are super passionate, and you don't have to struggle through this alone.